Most of us have been on the internet for a long time, and if you've been on the internet for any length of time, you know that it is home to many weird things. But among all those weird things, there's some treasures. There's some very interesting oddities. That's a good name. Yeah, I'll go with that. So today, welcome to the very first episode of Internet Oddities, the show where I find something on the internet that I find to be mildly interesting and unique, and I go through its history, and maybe at the end of it all, I can present it to you guys right in front of me at my desk, because it would be cool to have some of these things. So, let's get into it. It's August 25th, 1995. Windows 95 was just released to the public, with New Zealanders being the first ones to get it. You see, this little kid thought that he was the first one to get it, but it was actually this guy, Jonathan Printers. While New Zealanders were getting it, America was doing this. Woo! And Japan, of all people, had another idea as a way to celebrate. There's a beer manufacturing company in Shibuya, Tokyo, Japan, known simply as Sapporo, and they are one of the oldest beer makers in all of Japan. So with August 25th being one of the most historic dates in computer history, Japan wanted to celebrate in a different way from anyone else in the world. So how do they do it? Microsoft teams up with Sapporo to create a one-of-a-kind Sapporo Black Label, which is a kind of beer, with the Windows 95 logo on the back of it. Let's fast forward a bit to 2015. I found this image right here on some random aesthetic vaporwave page on Facebook. Now, I mean, come on, anyone that has a vaporwave / aesthetic page on Facebook has posted this at some point, or they're going to. It's just how it works. And when I saw it, I don't know why, but it just captivated me. I was so just like, wow, this is weird. So I posted this status up to see if anyone could help me find any information about this, and nothing came back. No one could find any information, despite a lot of my friends trying to help me out. And it's not their fault that they couldn't find any. I couldn't find any either, because there isn't a lot of information out there. The only information that I could find was that this was a beer can with beer in it, obviously, because that's how beer cans work, and it was released around the same time Windows 95 was released. So it's kind of like a launching thing. I don't really know what the proper name for it would be. And that's it. There's no rhyme or reason why this should be even... It shouldn't exist. There's no reason why it should exist. So it became like a life quest for me to try and figure out as much about this can as I possibly could. And my, research took 2 years. It took me 2 years of my life to find as much about this can as I could, and even then, there wasn't a lot found about it. Here's a few things that I found during that time. During my time, I've been able to find a handful of pictures from 2005 all the way up to today, so I'm just going to show you all of those now. And this is every picture that I found throughout my years of researching. Now, as you can see, some years either don't have a picture or I wasn't able to find one for that year. And this just really goes to show that though this is a really rare piece and there's not a lot of information on it, a lot of people still have them. I'm pretty sure every one of these pictures was posted by a different person, and I'm sure every one of them has a unique story behind it. But it's just really cool to see how long it's been around, even though it's been around since 95, but the earliest picture I could find was 2005. It's weird, I don't know. This was just a cool editing thing. There's no reason why this should be in the video. So after finding that original picture on the aesthetic page, I had to find out the source of it, see where it came from. And it turns out that 3 years ago, a guy by the name of _Maddox posted the exact picture on Reddit under the r/funny subreddit. I had a chance to talk with No Name himself, and this is what he said about the picture. I got this image about 15 years ago when I was a moderator on a long gone stock website. It was so unusual I saved it, but never knew its origin. When I joined Reddit, I wanted to post something interesting. Apparently it was, and it took me to the front page. So this picture got this man to the front page of Reddit, which, if you guys don't know, is not a really easy task for anyone that uses Reddit. So it's really cool to see that this picture that he just saved years ago came back into fruition and managed to get him to the front page. I've only seen a handful of these being sold, one of which was on some random eBay Japanese knockoff. I believe it was called Buy Sell Auction something, and it was sold for about 320 yen, which is equivalent to $3.12 US dollars. And there was another one that was being sold out of California, I think, for about $250, so I'm not sure who got ripped off in that situation. But there was one more auction. The trail thus far takes us to a website by the name of bleepingcomputer.com, where a man by the name of Fish Taco Jones does a form entry regarding the can itself. After finding this form entry, I had to message this guy. I thought finally this was my chance to get this can that I've been searching for years. So me and him go back and forth a little bit on the forums, and this right here is where the trail ends, at least physically. What I mean by that is the rest of our conversation was in the DMs, and according to a newfound study, aka me going on this website today to try and get this information, if you don't go on this website after a long time, they delete your account. So I tried logging in a bunch of times. Nope, there's no trace of me on there. Forget that. There's no trace of me on there whatsoever. So that means that the conversation of how we get to the next step itself is nowhere to be found. I'm extremely freaking out right now, because this is it, man. This is what I've been looking for almost close to 2 years. Close to 2 years. This is it right here. Here the fuck it is, guys. Here it is. Wow. Wow. It's actually like so, like, to you guys it's just like, what, it's just a beer can, but to me it's like such a big part of my life is just like done now. I've been looking, like, if you go on my computer, I have just, hold on, it's loading. I just have like pages upon pages of just random websites that are talking about this can, and it's in front of me now, and I own it, and this one's mine, and I can say that it's mine. So yeah, there it is. That is where our search ends, ladies and gentlemen, for the first episode of Internet Oddities. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the series and what's to come later. I'm not sure what the next episode will be, but I'm happy that this was the first one. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and yeah, until next time, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope that each and every one of you watching right now finds something in life that you just want so bad, to the point where you won't stop searching until you have it, because the greatest feeling in the world is accomplishment. And when you finally get something that you've been searching for so long, the feeling that you feel when you finally get that item in your possession is just the greatest. There is no other feeling like it.